bottling up your emotions is killing you. We have to kill it, we have to stop it, and we have to overcome this holding in everything, because it's doing two things. It's hurting you, and it's not helping the people that you are supposed to help. You have a creative best inside of you, and we can't get it out until we get these emotions out. I'm going to give you a picture today of what this holding in, stifling our emotions is doing to you, and we have to stop it. I'm here to help. JoshPreferableLife.com, that's the name. Whenever you hold in emotions, you are like holding in your poop. And whenever you get out your emotions, you are like manure. Holding in poop creates cancer. Manure, when you spread it around, it grows stuff. It helps stuff grow. And that's actually what's inside of you. You have a very special, unique calling that is one of a kind. Your DNA kind of dictates it, and we got to dial it in. I'm going to give you 3 things here today to help you do that, so that you can let these emotions out. The bad ones we got to let out, but bigger than that, the good ones we got to let out, because you have great emotions inside of you that are being stifled too, because this holding in of negative emotions creates a habit of holding in all emotions, and even the good emotions don't come out. So we got 3 steps to overcome this. I'm going to go through those for you. First, let me read you this clip. This is from Steven Pressfield, The War of Art, a book that helped me through this process a ton. I've read it, 3-5 times probably. I'll put a link to it in the description. He says, if tomorrow morning, by some stroke of magic, every dazed and benighted soul woke up with the power to take the first step toward pursuing his or her dreams, every shrink in the directory would be out of business. Prisons would stand empty. The alcohol and tobacco industries would collapse, along with junk food, cosmetic surgery, and infotainment businesses, not to mention pharmaceutical companies, hospitals, and the medical profession from top to bottom. Domestic abuse would become extinct, as would addiction, obesity, migraine headaches, road rage, and dandruff. Pretty crazy, but it's so true. You have a creative best, you have a dream, you have a purpose, you have passions, and holding in all these things keeps you from those. And that's what we got to do. We got 3 steps, 3 things to do to help you get it out. Number 1, you got to get in the habit of getting out good and bad emotions. You hold it all in, and then the habit doesn't change. The way that I did this is I went online and I did not tell anybody. I told my wife, I told a couple of friends, but I didn't announce it on Facebook. I didn't announce it to a much larger friend field than 3 or 4 people. And those 3 or 4 people are in kind of the next step. We'll talk about that. Pick a name, pick your own name, whatever. Just don't tell anybody. Hide out and get your emotions out. Talk about whatever. Write, talk on a podcast, talk on YouTube videos, talk on videos, wherever, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. But go online and don't tell anybody, and start talking from you. Get your emotions out, get your good emotions out, get your bad emotions out. Talk about your interests, talk about your hobbies, talk about whatever. It doesn't matter. Just start creating from you, start getting out your thoughts. This is going to do a ton of things for you. You might turn into a business that you make a crap load of money, but it's going to form a habit of connecting dots. Whenever you start talking and writing about these things, you have to look at kind of what is the precursor to this. Why do I have this? Why is this going on? And you self-aware, you self-evaluate, you self-research whenever you get this stuff out. So go online, don't tell anybody, start talking, start writing, and help yourself, really, is what it's going to do, but might help a couple other people. And like I said, you might turn into a business, who knows? Board game night. Board games are crazy powerful. They force, especially men, we are side-by-side people. We aren't face-to-face people. We have to be doing something. We have to have our hands in something in order to get our mouths moving. Women can just say, hey, here I am, and start talking face to face. But us men, we need side-by-side activities. So board game nights, those are the 3 or 4 people that I told about my online journey thing, is this board game habit monthly. We play for 4 to 6 hours on a Saturday. It's a blast. But it forces conversation. It forces talking about our wife stuff, talking about our family things, talking about our work hell and our business junk, and all this stuff just comes out because you're side by side and you're talking about things, but you're doing something at the same time. It's one of the best activities to start getting the things out that are being held in right now, being bottled in, and start a board game routine. It's super fun. I'll put a link to a video, have that pop video of a top 5 board games that we love to play. I actually have a 4th one I forgot, so I have 4 here for you. Number 3, start a meetup group. This is really, really fun. It is I don't know, it's $10-15 a month, something like that. But you create it about anything. If you have a board game interest, you can create a board game meetup group. And then once a month, twice a month, connect with other people that have board game interest. I think probably the most powerful one would be, what is the thing that I'm needing to overcome? Depression was mine. I was diagnosed with depersonalization. And if I started a meetup group on how to overcome depression or dealing with depression or something like that, and we just met in pubs or coffee shops or whatever twice a month and talked about it, I'll bet that would have helped me out a lot. I didn't learn about this meetup trick until after the depression stuff went away. But if I had to do it all over again, I would start Meetup way sooner than I did. It's really, really powerful. So Meetup, and there might already be one that's a group created that is in your interest or your hobby in your area. Meetup.com. Just go check it out. And then you don't have to pay the $10. You don't have to coordinate it. You don't do any of that stuff. You just go to someone else's meetup group. But meetup groups are really, really powerful. They're your local people. They're probably mostly strangers, and probably people that, well, you all have the same interest, same hobby, same problem, same solution, whatever. That's the point of it, is a local group to connect with and talk about things that you are interested in. So join a meetup group or start one. Super fun. Number 4, stick to a creating path. Whenever I got into this, woodworking was the thing that I started doing. I'll put a link to a video on Create because it's kind of a deep conversation. But part of this whole game is that we consume and we don't create. So we don't ever become our creative best because we are consuming all of the time. Everything is against you creating. Literally everything, even your dog. Your dog wants to steal your attention. Facebook wants to steal your attention. YouTube wants to steal your attention. Every single email in your inbox wants to steal your attention. Then you have jobs and bosses and wives and kids, and everything is taking from you, is consuming your attention. And media, television, video games, all of those things are consuming and not creating. So pick a brew beer, cut things from wood, carve wood, whatever. Figure out some kind of creative thing to stick to and commit 6 months, a year to improving in this hobby. It's creating from you is the game. That's what we talk about here on Preferable Life. Hit subscribe. I want to help you through all this stuff we have to overcome on the way to our creative best, and not holding in emotions is one of those things. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, because we're lots of videos to help you out. If this helped you out, hit the thumbs up. I am JoshPreferableLife.com. Create instead of consume. Do you. Get you out. Don't be poop. Be manure. Spread it around and grow stuff. People need it. You need it. It'll change everything. I'm JoshPreferableLife.com. Catch you on the next one. See you later.